Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome to day 2 of the 2022 Dota 2 Bot Masters, where we pit all of the robots against each other, custom bot scripts on the Steam Workshop, and see who is the best. As you can see on your screen, we've got Group B containing Furious Puppy, CancerAI, ExtremePush, and Ultimate AI. Each of these teams are going to play against each other once. Top of the group is going to advance to the upper bracket, and they're going to play off against second place from another group. Second place in the group is going to go to the upper bracket, play off against the winner of another group. Third place in the group is going to advance to the lower elimination bracket. Fourth place in the group's going home. Now this is going to be tough for Group B because all of these teams are competitive. Any of these teams could win this group. They're also very unpredictable teams. Furious Puppy is the favourite coming in, but we've seen from Group A that favourites do not always win. CancerAI can win or lose any game. It is a toxic cesspool of a combat script. ExtremePush is your 2017 bot major presented by, I think it's Neki92 on Reddit. Shout out to him. He did a tournament not quite like this, but a little bit similar to this 5 years ago. And I bumped into it when I was Googling, trying to figure out what I should call this to get the best search engine optimization, because Bot TI is taken from Behind the Summit and the Bot Major is taken by Neki92. That's why this is called the Bot Masters. So shout out to you, Neki92 on Reddit, for simultaneous invention of a format of pitting bots against each other. I think the two of us both have a lot of respect for bots and bot scripts. But anyway, moving on. ExtremePush won a bot-based tournament before, but that was 5 years ago. Is it still up to snuff? And Ultimate AI, it picks more than one hero. It can turn up with 5 Pudges. It can turn up with 4 Tidehunters. That can really throw a game out of whack. It could win or lose any game. So let's hide the state of Group B. Show the lobby, unfair CancerAI versus unfair ExtremePush. And let's get into this game. Oh no, I need to hide. Okay, I'll turn my monitor. I did this before.
All pick.
I have 2 monitors, one with the stream setup, but I don't want to see myself. Anyway, first pick, Witch Doctor for CancerAI. Well, then everybody's picked. It looks as though ExtremePush has gone for the 5 heroes that it almost always tends towards picking. It goes for Undying, Keeper of Light, Death Prophet, Shadow Shaman, Leshrac, and it tries to tank buildings down as soon as possible. Meanwhile, the counter to that CancerAI has chosen is the D-Push Sniper. We saw this in Group A to great effect. Sniper is an excellent D-Push hero. Windrunner, an excellent D-Push hero. Witch Doctor and more like, you can like long distance Fatal Bonds and then throw the little cask and it'll get rid of a wave, but it's not D-Push in the same way that Sniper can throw down a shrapnel and really get up to something fun. In terms of items, CancerAI is yet to purchase.
Prepare for battle.
I hope they buy items, because if they don't, this is going to be... Okay, here come the items. They're out on the couriers. Blades of Attack for Windrunner. I also want to stress, and I cannot stress this enough, viewer discretion is advised. CancerAI has been warned about their behavior, but they are toxic and aggressive, and they say stuff that they shouldn't be saying. Thankfully, right now, all seems to be calm. But we'll see how it goes. But Death Prophet, Circlet Tangos, Shadow Shaman, 6 Tangos, Leshrac, 6 Tangos in a Circlet, Undying, 2 branches, Tango, Cottle, 6 Tangos, Circlet. So we're looking at a 1 position Undying potentially here. When it comes to a Death Ball, it doesn't really matter who your 1 pos is. What's Sniper getting delivered? Boots first, Sniper in the safe lane? Question mark? We're gonna have to look on the items. CM's not buying anything. Just sitting on 600 gold. The horn is blown. We've got a skirmish. Looks like it's going to be taken out here. They're ignoring each other right now. And now the combat begins. CM getting nuked down. Trying to run towards her tier 2. Do they have a slow? Leshrac has skilled the Lightning Storm, but he's not casting it. He's at full mana. I think if they used that, they would have got it. Sniper now on the run. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor getting chased down. Undying and Coddle. Not sure if they'll get him. If you find any bugs in Extreme Push, you know where to report those to. Even it hasn't had an update in 5 years, I have a feeling that's not going to quite happen. It looks as though CancerAI has no mid. They are forfeiting the mid lane and looking for an early first blood on Extreme Push. They get the Undying low, but not low enough. Is he going to turn around, get a huge decay? Chasing the Coddle off. I mean, let's get the last hit counter up. CancerAI is choosing to have no mid. I'm not sure how to comment on that, to be honest. We've got a clusterfuck of a chase on the Coddle here. I don't think they Ooh, that Shadow Word might tick him down. It looks like it will. The regen of the tower and the Tango. Is it enough? Just. An extra 3 health regen from the tower makes all the difference as Warlock dies to the tower. Okay, you reported for script, says Warlock. Oh, Windrunner. Now feeding to the tower. She's next up to die. That one counts as first blood because the Undying did deal some amount of damage to it. Mid lane's abandoned. CancerAI... Normally what happens in toxic pubs is that 3 or 4 people want to go mid and there's a huge argument and debate over who's going to go mid. In this game it looks like nobody wants to go mid. No one wants that pressure. Snipers on the run. Maiden's solo laning. CancerAI is yet to really get any CS on the board.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A little bit of tower push here. DP using the Crypt Swarm to push out the wave, then picking up both water runes and using even more spells to push out the wave even more. A good choice, to be honest, because if no one's going to come mid, you may as well just clear that lane out. It's got 11 CS, free laning.
Middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Tombstone up top. It looks like they're going to die to these zombies. That's 1. Here comes 2. Double kill for the Undying. Triple kill for the Undying. Ooh, boy, we're off to a crushing. He's bought himself boots, couple of TPs, has 700 gold in the bank. What does he want? Where's he going?
This will come in handy.
Sniper getting low. Again, I feel like Shrek could have got that kill. I'm not sure what Shrek's dancing in the jungle. CM also dancing in the opposing jungle. The Undying is like, come here, I will kill you. If Undying had his boots, this would be a guaranteed kill. Speed difference, 300 to 280. CM, one of the slowest heroes in the game, our 7,000 MMR master support, is going to get away. Excellent jukes. Goes up on the high ground and the bots forget that he's there. Draken Shadow Shaman thinking of pushing bot because CancerAI has abandoned this lane now as well.
Tower is under attack.
This is looking like it may be a foregone conclusion, but we are only 3 minutes in. There could be some excellent mid-game scripts coming in, but top lane, 2 level 3s against level 2 and a 1. Tombstone dropped. They're surviving it this time. Warlock running up top. CS is just free for the Death Prophet. She has nothing to worry about in this lane. Level 4 already. Windrunner with the shortest distance teleport I have ever seen. Something in her scripting says, listen, top tower's getting attacked, you better TP up there. But there's no backup script that says, make sure that you're not already there. CancerAI getting outplayed on all 3 lanes. 2k gold lead, 4 minutes.
Oh, look at it go.
Good stun thrown out though. Undying is stunned, but he has 12 extra strength. Coddle not holding his blasts for very long, so they don't do very much damage. Undying's on the run, but these 3 level 2s, a little bit of the Chuckle Brothers over here, are they going to get this? 36 strength on the Undying. Warlock only has 400 health. Undying hits for 100. That could be a cleanup if he wants it. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, a little bit peaceful. We've got the farming Shadow Shaman. Leshrac is the support.
Not for you.
4 position Leshrac, farming Shadow Shaman. I'm not against this if you're push line up. You want that early level 6 Serpent Ward, maybe an Aether Lens on him. I don't know if Aether Lens existed in 2017. So I don't know if ExtremePush is going to build towards an Aether Lens. We saw it in a couple of Group A games. We had Enigmas building the old recipe for Soul Ring, which meant that they ended up just walking around with an assortment of random items. DP hits 6. Just needs to finish off what looks like Phase Boot's Null Talisman. 23 CS at 6 minutes. I don't think she'll be displeased by that. She's going to be working towards 40-ish CS at 10 minutes, which is not bad. An Arcane Rune could give her a discounted Exorcism if she wants it. Take out this tier 1. We've got a bit of a chase going on here. Warlock steals the Bounty Rune, but will it cost him his life? He's running, he has boots. Undying doesn't have boots. Still, everything in the stash with 1,300 gold not spent. Kotl and Undying confused and scared in the dire jungle. But it looks like that they'll figure themselves out. Windrunner has finally decided to come and lane as the mid laner. I watched her miss a CS there. Now Death Prophet's a little bit confused and scared. 5 dire heroes collapsing in on bottom lane. There is a catapult hitting this building. Looks like they really want to defend it. The tombstone is way defensive, but it looks like it won't matter. CM dies to the tower. Chase now onto the sniper. What do they have to slow him down? If he turns around, that'll do half the job. He's only got 390 health. Oh, he turns again!
Dire's bottom tower
He needs
is
to
under
just
attack.
run. He turns one more time, he will die. 70 health left on him. Anything could finish him.
Dire's
Gets out.
top tower is under attack.
ExtremePush grouped as 4. Standing on the staircase together. Little bit of a group huddle. You see it in American football, you see it in rugby, you see it in football. You do not usually see it in Dota 2. 2 heroes for CancerAI laning mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Catapult is hitting the tower, but it's only going to do maybe 150 damage. One more throw. 200 damage onto the tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not what they'd be looking for in terms of a push. Bottle comes in,
Radiant's
throws the
bottom tower
blast.
is under attack.
Ooh, stun on 2! The Shrek pops it, but he's getting right click down. Fatal Bond shares the damage. CM's low. Another stun out on the Warlock. The Witch Doctor Casket bounces from hero to hero, hits the creep twice. That's a little bit unlucky. Ether Shock from the Shadow Shaman. Sniper's hitting now. That kills the Coddle. Shadow Shaman's next. Right clicks down. The Tombstone is dropped, but it's miles away. Undying, he might get cleaned up. Or he might bait them into a tower dive, land a decay onto 3 heroes. That's 24 strength. He's running in. He's running out. Fatal Bonds. Not Fatal Bonds. What's it called? The thing. Shadow Word. Exorcism popped with the DP. She's like, get out of here. And those mischievous scamps from CancerAI, they do run away, but that's 3 kills and 1,000 gold swing, and all of a sudden, after a dominant laning stage, with 1 good fight, this game's back even. And Death Prophet's dying to creeps!
Radiant's middle tower
Warlock
is
comes
under
in, heals
attack.
himself. He wants that double damage. Can he use it to finish the DP? No, he dies to the Exorcism. Ooh. We've got homophobic slurs in the all chat when the Warlock dies. As mentioned previously, viewer discretion is advised for any CancerAI game. These are toxic and repulsive individuals. They say stuff that is illegal. Coddle chasing down the CM. I feel like Sniper could
Radiant's
definitely
bottom
man
tower
up on
is
this
under
Coddle, but is
attack.
choosing not to. Maybe they're trying to lure him further in, but the CM might die. Coddle's fast. 360 to the 280 of CM. She's not buying any items. 1,800 gold. Oh, Coddle runs under the tier 4. He's going to die to that, and the CM gets it.
To the light.
Shared bounty for the Dire. Meanwhile, mid, we've got a bit of a group up from CancerAI. We're watching some very sloppy gameplay from both sides, but it's making for an even and enjoyable game. It looked like ExtremePush could have started going away with it if they wanted to, but CancerAI just took some better fights. Huge tombstone. All the zombies are spawning. Leshrac stun on 2. The zombies cleaning them up. Cryptstorm for the DP. Leshrac's low, but is he low enough? Huge decay. Takes 3 strengths. Sniper dying to the tower. And now it's a huge fight the other way. ExtremePush gets an amazing fight under that tombstone, under the tier 1. CancerAI had nothing for that. 1k gold swing the other way. The lead extends to 2,000 gold. What are they doing off the back of that fight? They're standing there. They're just standing there, ominously. Meanwhile, huge TPs into the mid lane from CancerAI. Let's just have a look at the hero levels for a second. It's quite even across the board, except for your Death Prophet, who laned solo mid with no opposing enemy. Not the lane choice I would ever recommend in a game. She is by far and above the highest level in the game. Level 7. Next up, you've got 5 on Sniper, and he's only just barely 5, whereas Death Prophet, almost 8. I think with the death of this ranged creep, she will be 8. The Death Prophet's in a position where she could take over this game, but we appear to have a little bit of a Mexican standoff. Bottle giving himself mana in the base. Leshrac standing in the base. Got 8 heroes mid, and none of them are doing anything. Now, CancerAI makes the move. 5 heroes run in. Tombstone drop. There's Tombstone spawning zombies on 5. They need to attack the Tombstone. They're attacking the Tombstone! Easy 150 gold cleaned up. The fight could be worse. Tombstone's cleared up, and that's what causes them the most problems. Sniper dying to creep. Shadow Shaman runs in, shocks the creeps. Ooh, it's the blind leading the blind here. Both teams very hesitant. Usually you see exchanges like this at 50, 60 minutes into the game. We're seeing it at 12. Both teams terrified to do anything in particular. If you have a couple of minutes of hesitation like that against a more punishing team, they're not going to let that slide. They're gonna go for it. Warlock working on potentially a Force Staff, maybe an Axe. CM yet to buy any items. Sniper has treads. Huge Coddle Blast. Here come the Serpent Wards, but you just get right click down. Sniper, ooh, just survives. CM next to fall to the wards. Witch Doctor, not long for this world. Creeping away, he's got 20 health. Can they stop him? Oh, the bounce from the Leshrac's Lightning Storm. It kills 2. And it's a massacre, but now they're just standing there again. Fatal Bonds, he's tanking a tower. My note that says which team's which just fell off my monitor. I got sticky notes. There's ExtremePush, CancerAI. Just so I know which side's on which side. Because I don't see, at the top of the screen, you should have an informer that lets you know which team's on which side. Huge, aggressive placement of the Tombstone. Undying running in, he's like, I got 500 health, I can decay people. Is it going to end well for him? It looks like one more nuke from the CM and Undying's dead. Now the Tombstone gets cleaned up. They're still alive. Witch Doctor Cask, it's bouncing. Hits the creep twice. Hits the creeps only. I think with different bounces, that's a kill on Leshrac. Lightning Storm, huge amount of burst. But the Leshrac, he's there alone in 4 heroes. It's 2 more kills for CancerAI. About a 900 gold swing in their favour. A lot of back and forth going on here. Have a look at the items. Nothing for CM, in the same way that they had no mid laner. Shadow Amulet, first item picked up for Sniper. Is he going to AFK in the base, destroy his items? That's what normally happens when Cancer picks up a Shadow Amulet. Or is he just working towards a Shadow Blade? Could provide him some escapes in this game. Windrunner's finished up upgraded boots. She has 1400 gold to play with. I'd like to see her pick up, say, Wand and 2 nulls, or Wand, null, and a couple of branches. Just get some stats on the board. On the other hand, you have ExtremePush. They're picking up multiple blades of attack on some of their heroes. Death Prophet wants to hit hard. He's got a Null Talisman recipe, but is not using the Courier to bring it to herself. I don't know how long ago 2017 was, but is there a potential that, oh wow, some of the most questionable TPs of the entire tournament occurring here. 3 heroes TP from mid to mid, Exorcism popped by the DP. Is it possible, my thought, as we're watching DP get initiated on, frozen up, pops the Exorcism, that's a huge waste as she dies. Now that's on cooldown for almost 3 minutes. Gives CancerAI the opportunity to push the first tier 1 of the game. Back to my thoughts, sorry. Is it possible that the courier was just one courier in 2017.
Radiant's
When did they
bottom
change to
tower
5
is under
couriers?
attack.
Coddle is not holding his blast. He just throws the minimum damage and gets bursted down. CancerAI very punishing on these out of position heroes. Track not finishing his null off. Can't quite afford the recipe yet. Have a look at the net worths. We've got 3 Hidayah heroes on top, followed by 3 Radiant heroes. Okay, it just changed. Track running in, wasting his mana a little bit. He's down to half. He is level 7. Wow. It looks to me like a pretty even game. The CM's net worth is effectively 0, so this net worth lead is closer to 4k than it is 1k. But we've seen teams perform with broken item builds that are not
Dire's
picking
top
anything
tower
up.
is under attack.
Oops, sniper, everyone's going mid. We've got CancerAI, 5 heroes mid. The TPing heroes from mid to mid. Meanwhile, ExtremePush is sitting in the base. Okay, now they leave the base. They've had a thought. They've decided we're coming out. Play. CM looking to get the catch on the Shrek. He's trying to defend the tower by himself. It looks like it might work. Warlock is tanking that tower. Stun on 4! If only his team was here to follow up. Witch Doctor might die to tower shots. No, he will survive. Here comes the rest of the team. Cottle with a minimal length blast. There goes the bomb! The offering off fatal bonds, but they're also low. Ooh, it's a massacre in the middle lane. The Golem of Warlock might clear up the Death Prophet, and there are 0 surviving heroes. Oh, no. Death Prophet, the sole survivor.
Dire's middle tower
Warlock
is
is going to
under
use his
attack.
Golem, get some damage on the tower whilst it's still alive. 2 for 3 in the mid lane. Dire Hero's getting a huge
Dire's
advantage
bottom
out of this
tower
because
is under
now
attack.
they are the ones, mid, getting the XP from the creeps. They're not farming the creeps, they're just standing there. But they are
Dire's
at
bottom
least
tower
getting a
is
level
under
up
attack.
on the Undying from this. They're getting some XP on these heroes because of this. I would love to see either team play the other lanes, because it looks like bot lane is about to
Radiant's
die
top
to a
tower is under
catapult.
attack.
It's 3 shots away. I think that is dead to the catapult. One more shot.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh,
Radiant's
ooh.
top tower is under
The
attack.
tower lives with 16 health. On the other hand, this tower, similar amount of danger. Not sure if this one will fall either, but that is a large creep wave. I see people going mid, so I'm going to have a look at this now. 5 heroes from CancerAI pushing mid. Meanwhile, 5
Radiant's top
heroes from
tower is under
ExtremePush are here. Tombstone drop defensively. Double damage on Shadow Shaman. It's AoE central. 2 kills either side. Down goes the Witch Doctor now. The cask is bouncing. Power shot to finish him off. Then I think the Shrek dies to the shrapnel. So it's a victorious fight for CancerAI this time. 700 gold swing for them. This Tombstone is just too far away from where the fight is happening. Ward's cleaning up some farm for the Shadow Shaman. The net worth is definitely beginning to pull away for ExtremePush, but it's very throws and counter throws in this game, and I am worried that there has not been a single tier 1 tower death in 20 minutes. Now, we saw in Group A, there was a game that finished in 24 minutes.
Radiant's bottom
Like,
tower
thrown
is
down
under
in
attack.
24 minutes. We're broaching the 20-minute mark, and neither team has taken a tier 1. The most damage dealt has been by a siege creep in the bottom lane that was left alone. We've got 5 heroes hitting the tower now, so this tower will fall before the 20-minute mark, but
Dire's middle
ExtremePush
tower
is meant to be a
has
death
fallen.
baller. Oh, 5 Radiant heroes running under the Tombstone. They need to start killing this Tombstone because you can't focus the Undying. He gets decay on 5, and 1v5 he's going to clean him up. Triple kill for him. Warlock, he's got like 7 zombies on him, tries to TP out, dies. Aether Shock. Windrunner cleaned up the zombies with the benefit of the tower. Ooh, suck cock, says the Warlock.
Radiant's
I'm going to have to
middle
issue
tower
yet
is under
another
attack.
formal verbal warning to the CancerAI team. Stop being so toxic, you little rats. 2k gold swing in the favor of Extreme Push, but are they going to do anything off the back of it, or are they going to stand in the river? They just have no
Radiant's
onus
middle tower is under
to
attack.
push or to finish or to do anything really.
Radiant's
The
middle
siege creep
tower
does
has fallen.
finish up the middle tower, but I think we're in for a very long game. Extreme Push is not willing to push. CancerAI, it's willing to push, but it gets wiped because it's the team that's behind. We've got some excellent team fight skills. We've got Decay onto 3 or 4. Coddle gets caught out by the CM. He's frozen up. Witch Doctor, come throw your cask. Come throw your cask. Oh, they're just letting him run away. Coddle, he's a little bit fast. Might get out. Shadow Shaman in a weird position. Windrunner accidentally jungled one creep. Unfortunately didn't get a neutral item, but I'm not sure if either of the two teams will use jungle creeps. Or neutral items as well. Shadow Shaman using his tangos because he doesn't want to die to creeps. I don't know. Oh, his net worth is all in TP scrolls. Oh no. Oh no, Extreme Push. What are you doing? They've bought 60 TP scrolls. The M's bought nothing, but at least Windrunner's bought a Maelstrom.
Under attack.
Warlock's working towards an Axe. Sniper's got what he thinks is a Shadow Blade. Oh! A push on the bot lane. I've stopped paying attention to the minimap because I thought everything that was going to happen mid, but CancerAI's like, no. We're going to come push bot, and they pushed bot, and they took bot. Witch Doctor also working on Ags. Here's the Tombstone. Decay on 3. They need to clean the Tombstone up. They need to be taught that this is a priority. And there we go. They clean up the Tombstone. Another 150 gold. 200 gold in the pocket of the Sniper, I believe, got that. So, given the state of the game, the Dire Heroes are not purchasing items. Regularly, after taking a good fight, they sit back and purchase an assortment of Town Portal scrolls. I foresee CancerAI taking this win. The Extreme Push 2017 champions are scripted to win in 2017, but it's a different game now. There are things like shrines and outposts, neutral items that are all either added, removed, or different, or placed somewhere else on the map. Windrunner puts the ult onto the Coddle, is going to finish him off. Meanwhile, warding up. CM with a huge ult, but she does die. Sniper to follow. Where's Windrunner in all this? She's run away. 2 easy kills for Extreme Push. They seem to have decent fighting knowledge.
Top tower is under attack.
Throw down their spells, use them well. Windrunner thinking of putting some damage down. Farming up the wards, that's cheeky. Nice little 30 gold influx for her. Not sure what she's going to buy, but we'll see. At least the side of CancerAI, for the most part, is buying items. CM, 4k gold, might be saving up for a rapier, but you'd expect they'd buy the Sacred Relic at 3,800 gold. I would love it if someone bought a rapier in one of these bot games. Keeper of the Light, 2 blades of attack. Seems to be the build. Boots null, 2 blades of attack. It's the build for all of the Dire Heroes. That and a large number of TP scrolls. They don't use the courier, so the only time they pick items up is when they go back to the fountain. Extreme Push showing some weakness here. Warlock split pushing bot, whilst the other 4 heroes split push top. So this might be a bait. The Warlock might be like, listen, I'm going to die, but it will bring all the TPs down here so the top tower gets defended.
Dire's bottom tower.
Little bit of tower damage on this tier 2, but he's about to tank 2 tower shots. That hurts. Getting solo XP whilst he's down here, which is more than can be said about the entire Dire squad, who at the moment is gaining 0 XP a second. Top tower dies for the Radiant side. CancerAI pushing top still, pushing bot still. Uncontested in terms of pushing. Ult onto the Shadow Shaman, and he is dead. That's a pick-off, and that will enable them... Ooh, Coddle held the blast this time. Sometimes he's been doing sudden blasts, but now he does a held blast. They're thinking of diving him. They are diving him. Is this going to end well? No. Witch Doctor loses about 2/3 of his health for no reason and then backs off.
Helps.
Warlock bumps into the Shrek. That activates him. He's like a sleeper agent, sitting in the trees waiting for someone to come and activate him. As are most of these dire bots, it seems. Warlock TPing short distance, but that does get him out. I have to admit, that was spicy. Windrunner here for the D-push. Successfully power shots the wave. I'm quite proud of that, actually. He's going Quarterstaff. What's that going to build into? Do we think she's going Butterfly? Or
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
don't think that she's going to build Echo Saber or Maidsight. I think they're too new for CancerAI. I think that she thinks she's building an Orchid with 2 Oblivion Staffs. Oh, I can't close the shop. Okay. I mean, maybe I should open the shop, just have a look at what makes an Orchid nowadays. Yeah, Orchid was definitely, it used to be 2 Oblivion Staffs and a recipe.
Dire's top tower is under
Quarterstaff
attack.
builds into Oblivion Staff. I think that's what CancerAI is working towards here. Push top, not really achieving anything. We've got 2 sleeper agents in the river, 1 sleeper agent in the enemy jungle, 1 sleeper agent behind the tower, and 1 sleeper agent in the fountain. Extreme Push showing some poor gameplay. We thought that Group B would be a mixture of competitive teams, but it seems to be maybe the retirement home for some bad quality teams here. They're jumping in on the Coddle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Atrocious. Coddle, he is dead. Shadow Shaman Ward's gonna kill the sniper, it looks like, but the Shadow Shaman might also die. Power shot just off the mark. They decide not to dive the tier 3. They want to farm up the wards. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor dies solo to the sleeper agent in the river. 1 for 1 up top. But farming out the wards, that's an influx of a good 400 gold for the benefit of the Radiant side. And they're the team buying items.
Radiant's
Sniper
bottom
thinks he's
tower
finished the
is under
Shadow Blade,
attack.
but has not. Witch Doctor almost has Ags. Warlock almost has Ags. Windrunner buying a Javelin and a Quarterstaff. I don't know what that... I don't know what they think they're building. I can definitely see a Monkey King bar. That's a very usual Windrunner item to purchase. Warlock split pushing top, getting solo XP. He should be getting solo farm, but he's not actually making an effort to last hit the creeps. He is actively missing most last hits. Gets one there whilst we're watching him. Finished the Ags now, though. So he has 2 golems when he drops the rock. And those golems he's happy to use to hit buildings. That's what we saw him do against the tier 1 mid. This could be the game ender for CancerAI, because it looks like Extreme Push is giving up and sitting in the fountain. 3 Radiant heroes pushing mid. 1 Radiant hero pushing bot. 1 Radiant hero pushing top. We have all 3 lanes pushed in.
Dire's top
EP
tower
Sleeper
is under
Agent
attack.
script is activated. She pops Exorcism. She's got the backstab. Silence on 3. They've just realised she's there. Sniper's dead before they can work anything. Oh, the Death Ward's way off the mark. Windrunner next to die. And it's a cleanup for Extreme Push. It's a Death Prophet with nothing but Boots Null. And 14 levels to her name. Witch Doctor wants to be careful. He's stuck between a rock and a hard
Dire's
place.
bottom tower is under
The
attack.
Exorcism will clean. How about Death Prophet able to get a triple kill, but what's she going to do with it? She's going to go stand on the rune spot. I wish they'd push towers. Because clearly Extreme Push is the stronger fighters. They don't have items and they're taking better fights. Witch Doctor, unwilling to push top too much. CM, unwilling to push bot too much. She has 6,000 gold to spend if she wants it. The net
Dire's
worth
bottom tower
still
is under
favouring the
attack.
Dire despite the fact that they're not farming at all. Got a missed stun. Leshrac versus Warlock. I think if Warlock drops the rocks on the Leshrac, it can be a solo kill, but he probably wants to save them for a team fight. Lands the stun this time. Warlock self-heal. Is it going to be enough? He gets under the tower. Is Leshrac going to chase? He is. Takes 3 shots from the tower and then backs off. Meanwhile, middle, Sniper is chasing the Death Prophet. His items are probably not going to be enough to win this fight. And sure enough, we've got Windrunner soloing the Shadow Shaman, but her Windrunner is about to run out. Gets just out of range. The Witch Doctor's not in a good position here. Witch Doctor definitely going to fall either to the wards or the right kick of the DP. There it is. Warlock and Leshrac still having a little bit of a to-do here in the Radiant Triangle. Meanwhile, 2 Dire Heroes heal and give each other mana with 70 TP scrolls to their name. This fight here has been happening for over 3 minutes. Who's gonna win it though? Leshrac looks stuck. Oh, he's low. See, I'm pushing out bot. It's a shame that she's not buying items because she has 7k gold from this split push mechanism that she's like working on. She's not really pushing it though. Not quite. Neither team has used a glyph yet, which I think favours CancerAI because they're the one pushing the buildings the most. This top tower's at about 60%. One more shot from the catapult, and it's closer to 50%.
Invisibility.
Got 4 heroes running mid. We've seen this many times. CancerAI loves to run down mid, do something wild. Is it going to start getting some damage on this tower though? Looks like they might. Yep, they're hitting the tower. They're definitely getting tower damage in. The Leshrac is smoked. Diabolic Edict misses the stun. Immediately gets bursted. That's 1 kill. Desolator for the Sniper. That's going to start building up damage if he starts getting kills. The Exorcism, is it enough? Power shot, wrong direction. They can't chase into that Exorcism. 1v4, the Death Prophet shows. They're dangerous. Sniper, though, able to get some Deso on her. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman runs in. Ooh, the Death Prophet goes down. Shadow Shaman chasing, gets 2 kills. Wait, no, gets 1 kill. It's the Undying that was awoken. Killed the Windrunner as she tried to run. Now I've got 2 Dire Heroes chasing the Warlock. Drop the rocks, please. Please, Warlock, drop them. You could easily clean these heroes up. They don't have any items. You got double rocks. Ooh, Undying pulls off another kill, standing in the Radiant jungle. And across the map it is, I would say, even. There's a slight XP lead favor and a slight gold lead favor for ExtremePush, but they don't do anything after they win a fight, whereas about 600 damage was dealt to this tier 2. A couple more 600 damage is dealt to the tier 2, it will die, eventually the tier 2 will die, eventually Arax will die, eventually Mega Creeps will push and end the game. Windrunner looking for a kill. He has items. This Coddle should be an easy cleanup for her, but she doesn't quite get there in the end. CancerAI looks like it is planning to group up as 5. Item developments, we have the Deso on Sniper, Ags for Witch Doctor, Ags for Warlock, and then Maelstrom, plus a couple of damage items for the Windrunner. This Deso is the big one. Because if they keep trading kills, this Deso will keep gaining damage until it gets a plus 20 damage. Sniper hitting for plus 70, he has no defensive items, but let's say he finishes off the Shadow Blade, which I don't think he will because he thinks he's built a Shadow Blade, but he hasn't. Shadow Blade Sniper with a full charge Desolator, that can clean up a team. Double damage on the Warlock, this tower is dead. Oh, never mind, they stopped hitting it. Huge on the Tombstone. Shadow Shaman dies. Double rocks come down finally, and it's a cleanup. Absolute massacre. They need to finish off this Tombstone, and they do. It's an amazing fight from CancerAI. 3, 4 kills now, and a tier 2. Exorcism on the DP, but they've already cleaned her up once. If they keep pushing with the double rocks, they could rax them right here, right now. CancerAI finally putting their foot on the accelerator and going, listen, we're going to end this game. Huge fight for them. 4k XP, like a 2.5k gold swing. Puts the graph massively in their favor now. Here comes the push. Where are the golems? Warlock, why have you brought your golems here? He might accidentally jungle some creeps, get some neutrals. We can see if he picks them up. Oh, he does! He picks himself up a nether shawl. Is that going to benefit him or detract from him? There's a chase on CM. She stuck around too long after the push was petering out. They should have this. Crack Lightning Storm. If they stop blocking him, they'll have it. One right click, that's all that's needed.
Your elements purge.
But they almost raxed them. One more big fight like that and CancerAI has a rax. At that point, the creeps will start ending the game all by themselves. Pick off on the CM. Graphs showing the huge swing back for CancerAI. I think we've just hit the longest game in the tournament. Once it passes the 37-minute mark, I believe that is the longest game in the tournament. Top tier 2 falls the split push of the Windrunner along with double siege wave. They're running up here now, but all they're taking is the outpost. Meanwhile, Windrunner might get some significant damage on this tower. The creep wave is just out of range whilst it's trading, which is the best place for it. If it's trading under the tower, the wave gets cleaned up. Will the next wave get here in time to keep the catapults alive? Catapults, looking to start getting some hits on the tower, as is Windrunner. Catapult 1, hits. Catapult 2, hits. One catapult dies. Coddle, picked off. Ooh, the tower hitting creep still. Windrunner's about to die, it looks. Catapult eventually falls, only 400 damage, 320 damage rather, onto that tower. You got the solo pick off on the Coddle, you got 300 damage on the top tower. It's not a bad situation. Warlock has gone, ooh, jungling gives items. And he's picked himself up a nether shawl, but he's not giving out the other items. I think he is sending them to base, we just have to wait for someone to pick them up. Windrunner with an enchanted quiver is huge, because that's an extra 350 range and 220 damage. That's like a nuke, effectively. They grabbed Demon Edge Hyperstone, which is not the items that you want someone to pick up. CM in mid, about to be punished. Undying takes some of her strength. We need these shackles. That's what they need. DD Lashrak. 4 heroes chasing the CM. She ults. Is it good enough? It kills. Ooh! It puts the Shadow Shaman to like 30 health. I think if she blasted before the ult, that would have been huge. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman dies in the end. I don't really know what to. Okay, 2 Radiant Heroes rock up. Get a little double kill. Meanwhile, Windrunner nukes the Lashrak, picks up an Ascetics Cap. Please pick that up. That's a huge neutral item. 250 health. Witch Doctor, a bit out of position, getting chased by the Death Prophet. Windrunner seems like she's been bricked by that Ascetics Cap. That's confused her. But now, with the presence of Death Prophet, she power shots the lack of a wave. I would love to see her shackle this DP and ult. I think that's an easy kill. 1800 health, you hit for a good 200 of the burst on the first one, you're attacking like 3 times a second. I think that would clean her up. Coddle, blasting the wave from behind, but that reveals his position, and then Sniper cleans it up. 2 more damage on the Deso. And he grabs the Mjolnir recipe. Hyperstone, that's a full Mjolnir picked up for CancerAI. Sniper is the most valuable hero on the map. Have a look at the KDAs. Undying, definitely the MVP for ExtremePush. Haven't really seen him make a good play since the first 15-20 minutes of the game ended, I'd say either Sniper or Warlock looking to be the future MVP of CancerAI. We'll see what happens on the push. Because you expect the Sniper to be going around killing people, pushing, getting stuff done. You also expect the Warlock to drop the golems. You just kind of have to figure out which is best. Warlock picks up some good items. Aether Lens Yules. He has the extra spell damage from the shawl. Sniper yet to pick up a neutral item. CM wants Ascetics cap. She won't spend any of her 8,000 gold, but she will take 250 extra health, and that can make all the difference. Power falls. Here we go. Fight. The Undying's not the same beast he was at 20 minutes. Cleaned up with ease. There goes the tombstone. Now they just need to finish the push. Back off a little bit. I'm not sure what they're worried about. It is a very safe push. Clean this up now. Windrunner. Find some neutral items. Sends them back. Jungling that small camp. As is the Witch Doctor. He's using Possessed Mask at the minute so that he can jungle more efficiently. The Extreme Push is ignoring the catapults, which is good for us from a tournament perspective because it means racks will fall, which means creeps will end this game and it's not going to go for 600 minutes. But it's really bad play from Extreme Push to just watch two catapults take their racks. Now comes in the damage, Sniper puts on the minus armor aura, and these buildings fall quick. They're going to keep pushing. I think they could end here. I do not think there is anything that Extreme Push can do to stop them. Thankfully the catapult's staying out of the range of the tier 4s whilst they clean up this building. Oh, I can ping. I hope that that doesn't cause any form of effect gameplay-wise. I would not want to influence any of the games. CancerAI goes with gold mid-racks. Now it's time to push bot. They finish off the Coddle with a power shot. The Undying's not the same beast he once was. Double kill for the Windrunner, and they clean up the Tombstone. The Tombstone that was causing them so much torment in the early game is now not an issue. Tower's still up, Exorcism's popped, chasing them to the fountain. CancerAI trying to fountain farm them. Killing spree for Leshrac. He's come in on the back line, kills off the CM as well, and it's just short of taking this tower. Just barely. We've got a little bit of tickle damage on the tier 4s. It's a shame that this tower didn't die because it means that creeps can't push it. It's hard enough to get to the high ground due to the uphill miss on these ranged creeps. But with the tower hitting as well, there's no way creeps can finish that off unless we get a really big wave coming. A good little sign of life from Extreme Push. They did defend the base well, but we can see that in terms of the game, it's just kind of all... It's just all been CancerAI for the last 10-20 minutes. Warlock, jungling some neutral camps. Windrunner swaps to the ninja gear. She is not an agi hero. She has 2 Blades of Alacrity, has a Mjolnir. I don't know what she's building. Sniper has his Mjolnir complete now. Witch Doctor has Ags Yules. Warlocks has Ags Yules. Aether Lens has a Vit booster. Not sure what that's going to go into. CM yet to spend gold. While it's 100 TP scrolls for each hero on the dire side. CancerAI looks like this is their game to throw, and I don't think it's going to be thrown because we're yet to see Extreme Push make an aggressive move onto the other side of the map. A little bit more chip damage on the mid towers because the mega creeps will always push in. If nothing happens, they will end this game for CancerAI. But we are seeing CancerAI go and listen, we're going to push. We're going to push top, see if we can get down this tower. We're going to push bot, see if we can just hit this tower maybe twice, finish this off. With a couple more racks, should be cleaned up. Shadow Shaman's on defense duty, but he's not using his spells, he's not getting the CS. We see now Radiant Heroes all the way at the top of the net worth chart, but given that the Dire Heroes have just 100 TP scrolls each, their real net worth is 0. Or 0-ish. CM. Finds the Leshrac, walks into downtown Deathsville, slow from the chain lightning, and she is dead. Slow from the chain lightning, and she is dead. Or they can just hunt her down. She is very slow. There's no boots. Running at 280. One more nuke.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
CM a little bit baiting here, actually. She makes it back to her base. She's still alive, but the amount of time wasted. She's still alive. Meanwhile, Sniper's in your base. He's killing your heroes. He's taking your racks. I think that was a beautifully done bait by the CM.
Are under attack.
Completely wastes their time, and now that's the second lane of racks taken.
Bottom barracks has fallen.
Undying, not defending it. He could put down a tombstone and clear out. If he puts it sort of here-ish, he could clear out both problems. But he's just not willing to defend. Meanwhile, Leshrac getting chased. Kill onto the Death Prophet. Immediate buyback. She's... Oh wow! He buys back and then the sniper thing chases her, but it's just the animation. 2 lanes of racks now. Tier 4s beginning to be toppled. Unfortunately, that is the end of this siege creep wave. This one was hitting the wrong target the whole time. Unfortunate, we've got this siege creep wave here, but I think that's going to be cleared out by the normal creeps because these creeps are just so far away. Sure enough it is. That leaves one racks left to get for CancerAI before the mega creeps will absolutely end this game for them. And it looks like they're aware of this too. Witch Doctor's up here, he's trying to push top, he's picked up a Vit booster. Leveler on the Sniper for that extra building damage and attack speed. Yeah, I mean the story of this game is that ExtremePush dumpstered the early game. They absolutely made fools out of CancerAI. The Undying was unstoppable. Then we came to realize that ExtremePush doesn't buy items. And if you don't buy items, you're not going to win the late game, probably. We've seen another team in the tournament, ArmyBots, who's going to probably meet one of these teams in the lower bracket. ArmyBots doesn't buy items, and it just barely survived its group stage. But it was there with Valve default medium bots. I don't know if you're going to survive the group stage if you don't buy items. ExtremePush, the former champions, just showing that they're too far out of date. Diffusal Blade or the Windrunner, and then half of what looks to be Crystallis. And then that makes the Demon Edge part of the Daedalus. She ults the Leshrac, and he is immediately dead. Despite the fact that no heroes pushed it, CancerAI couldn't de-push the top wave, and these catapults proved too strong. Sniper's here now though, got a butterfly and all. Finally they de-push top. Warlock's in the base! I'm surprised because no one's doing anything about it, but if he just drops the rocks on these towers, he could probably clean them up. Warlock and Windrunner running in, looking to end the game. Death Prophet's here, ulted by the Windrunner. She uses phase and catch up. Tombstone's going to de-push. Meanwhile, top lane pushed in by 3 heroes. Sniper wants this top racks. He wants this game to be guaranteed through the form of mega creeps, whereas Windrunner and Warlock just want to end the game right now. They hit the wrong tower in my opinion.
Middle tower is under
hit the lower
attack.
one and it will die, and then you only have 1 tower hitting creeps. But that tower does die in the end. Leaves them with a single tier 4 protecting their throne. Bush reached the base. Witch Doctor's in no man's land. I don't know what his plan is. Warlock dying to the tier 4s. Coddle's like, hello, I see that you're dying to the tier 4s.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tries a bit of D-push, but this Sniper hits hard and he hits fast. He has that extra 25% building damage.
Dire's
Focusing the
middle tower
DP.
is under attack.
She's dead. Throne exposed in 40 health. But ExtremePush does keep them away. They say, listen, get out of our base. It's 50 minutes. We want this game to go even longer.
Invisibility.
Sniper. One click on that tier 4 would kill it. And it's dead. Now Sniper is throning. If they don't stop Sniper throning, this game is over, and it looks like they have no answer to it. He is turning around to clear up the creep wave, which is understandable. Now he's going to run in with the creeps, and he just hits too hard, too fast. He's going to clear up this throne.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
That is a win. Ooh, it's not! They stopped hitting the throne! Okay.
Victory.
Wrecked, says Windrunner. Not the words I would have used. That game was an absolute stomp by ExtremePush in the early game, but they had no transition for the mid to late game. The mid game was walking towards even, CancerAI sort of beginning to claw it back, and then the late game was a stomp by CancerAI. An interesting game, but not one that I would watch again. Let's have a look at some of this post-game screenage. Pick our MVPs. I'm supposed to pick an MVP for every game, but I seem to forget in roughly half. The MVP for Radiant, I think, will have to be Sniper. He performed the best of the team, racking up kills, depushing lanes. He was involved in 29 of the 37 kills. That is the most kill involvement of the whole team. Highest net worth, most kills, tied with the Warlock. I think he deserves that MVP. Undying has to be the MVP for ExtremePush. He made that early game look like they were going to win, and I think that if ExtremePush bought items, they would have won that game, but they're 5 years old, and something about these older bots breaks, and if they're in the base, they buy lots of TP scrolls and don't use the couriers, and they just have certain logic issues that I don't know if is going to cost them the group. I mean, Army bots survived the group stage with these logic problems, but are the other teams going to punish this more or less than ExtremePush did? Have a look at the graphs. We can see that it was a back and forth game for most of the game, and then at about that 20-minute mark, when you can see that ExtremePush had their biggest lead, hitting about maybe like a 6k gold lead, it looks like that might be. That is when CancerAI was like, listen, no, we're going to have this massive comeback spike, and it was just them to the end. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.